Hello and welcome to this video. Today we will learn how to do this Instagram application using SwiftData, okay, the new SwiftData. We'll see how we can use SwiftData to do the CRUD operation. By CRUD I mean create, read, update and delete, okay. So here for the create, if we come here and we click on this icon, this plus icon, we can create a new post. Let's do it. For the name we can say Alex. For the image, we can paste the image that I already copied. And if I hit on save, look at that. We have a new post called Alex, okay? So this is the create. For the read, as you can see, we already have this read. We are able to see our posts. And we can also do an update. So if I come on this icon and I click update, let's say instead of Alex, maybe we want the name to be, I don't know, maybe John. And if I click on update, I can update. You can see that the name has been updated, okay? And I can also update this like. If I come here, I click update again, and then on this like I simply toggle it, update. You can see that now the post has been liked, okay? And we can also delete the post. If I come here, click on this and delete, look at that, the post is gone, okay? So get excited guys, because we will see step by step how to do this small application and using SwiftData, okay? But maybe you don't know what is SwiftData, okay? So what we will do first, we will define what is SwiftData, okay? Let us ask Google what is SwiftData, okay? So here I did a simple research on Google, and this is from the official documentation, okay? So SwiftData is a powerful framework for data modeling and management and enhances your modern Swift app, okay? So basically, SwiftData is a new way for us to create our database and also to interact with our database. And guys, this is so easy. Honestly, using SwiftData is a breeze, okay? So now that we define what is SwiftData, the next step for us is to check what do you guys need in order to follow along with this tutorial, okay? We will need this starter project, okay? So if you check the description, we see a link to this project, okay? This starter project. So in this starter project, because we won't focus on the UI on this video, I already provided the model and the UI, okay, that we will use, okay, because this video is about SwiftData, okay, so we don't want to focus too much on the UI, otherwise the video will be too long, okay. So go to the description, grab the link and come here. This is the starter project. Either you can download the zip or you can simply copy the link, okay. Okay, let's see what we have in this starter project, okay. The first thing we have is this model, the post model. So what we need here in the post is the name, the image, and this boolean is like, okay. And here we have our initializer, and down here we have some mock data, okay. So here, don't worry guys, we will replace this with our database, okay. So for now we will simply have this mock data, okay. The next thing we have is this post view. So in our view, what we want our posts, okay, and we want to be able to display each post, okay. And just in case some of you guys might not be able to grab the code in the description, I will simply scroll down slowly so that if you want to copy from the video, you can do so, okay. So here we have this stack, which has this image, the name, and this small menu, okay. So this is the image, this is the name, and this is our menu, okay. And down here we have our image, okay, this image. We have this small image, we overlay it with a shadow, okay. And also we have our icon, okay, the heart icon, the bubble button, and also this pepper lane button, okay. The next thing we have is this sheet. So this sheet will help us to add a new post, okay. And here, as you can see, we need the name of the post, we need the image, and we need this boolean to check if the post is liked or not, okay. So here, as you can see, we have this form with a name and an image, and we have this toolbar, like this toolbar. We have a cancel button, and we have a save button, okay. So pretty simple. Now let's move to this app. Here we didn't change anything, okay. So here we didn't change anything. The next thing is this content view. So in our content view, what we have this navigation stack, okay, with a scroll view, and here we use our mock data, okay, just to display this, okay. So for now we'll just use our mock data, and here we have our navigation title. Let me unfold this so that you guys can see. So this is the plus button, this plus button, okay? And that's it. Now let's dive into the subject of this video, which is SwiftData, okay? In order for us to add SwiftData into application, we will follow this tutorial, okay? So this is from the official documentation of Apple. The first thing we need to do is to create a model, okay? So according to them, the first thing is create a model, but we already have a model, right? But we don't have this add model symbol, okay? So let's come here and copy this, and we go back to our project. We will come to our model, this post model, and we simply paste what we copied, okay? So add model, and as you can see, we have this error on no attribute model. So we have this error because we didn't import our Swift on data. So let's fix this. Import Swift data, and normally this error should go away. Okay, perfect. And guys, that's it. Okay, that's the only thing we need to do for a model to conform for SwiftData. Okay, we simply add this add model, and that's it. Okay, now the next thing we want to do is the query. For us to get the data into our view, what we need to do, we need to add a query. Okay, and if we come down here, we can see that they added this query, okay, to get recipes. Okay, so what we can do, we can simply come here, copy this, okay, go back to our code, and we want to add this query inside our view. Okay, so let's come to this content view, and let's add this query right after this state. Okay, so after this, I add my query. Here we don't have recipes, what we have is posts. Okay, and we want a list of posts. Okay, perfect. And as you can see, we have this error message on no attribute query. Okay, because we didn't import our Swift data. So let's fix this. Import Swift data, and the error will go away. Okay, but now we have a small bug here, because if we press on this, for some reason when we add this model, okay, we get this error inside our preview. Okay, I don't know why. I guess it's something that Apple will fix later on, because remember, SwiftData is pretty new. Okay, so what we want to do right now, just for now, we can simply comment out this preview. Okay, and the error will go away. Now that we have this post inside our view, instead of this mock data, we don't want the mock data anymore, okay, because we want to get the data coming from our database. Okay, so let's comment out this for now, and we will replace this by data coming from our database. Okay, so let's add this for each, and we want a list of posts. Okay, so for each post, what we want to display this post view. Okay, so let's copy this post view, put it here, and then I will simply pass my post that I have here. Okay, so normally if I run this app, we are supposed to see an empty screen. Okay, because remember, our database is empty for now. Okay, so let's check it. Let's run the app, and as you can see, we have this empty screen. Okay, and I don't really like this blank page. So what we can do, we can specify that if we don't have anything inside our database, we can show a view. Okay, so let's add it down here. So after this overlay, or maybe before, we can simply add another overlay and check if our post is empty. We want this content unavailable view. Okay, so let's run our app again, and now as you can see, we have this view. Okay, because we don't have any post. Okay, so let's fix that. Let's create a post, or let's just add the code to create a post. Okay, because what we want, whenever we click on this plus button and we give a name and an image, and when we hit on save, we want to create a post. Okay, so let's do our create method. To what our create or save method is super simple. Okay guys, so in order to do that, what we need to do, we need to come to this root app. Okay, so this is the root of our app, and we need to add something called a container. Okay, so here we will write this model container, and for a container, what we need to do, we need to specify that we want a container for this model, which is post. Okay, and that's it. That's the only thing we have to do to make it accessible. Okay, now let's come to this add post sheet. Okay, and here you can see we have this insert post. Okay, so this is where we will insert a post. Okay, and in order for us to insert a post, what we need to do, we need to get the context. Okay, so the context is what we provided here. So it's basically a way for us to interact with our database. Okay, so let's do that. Let's come to this add post sheet, And let's come here after this environment dismiss. Let's add another environment, okay? But this time what we need to add the context, okay? So it will be model context, okay? And we can call it context. And now to insert our data or to insert a post, what we will simply do, we will come here, insert, instead of this insert post, we can replace this with context dot insert, okay? Sorry guys, content dot insert, and we need to pass on model, okay? And here we have our model, this post, so we simply copy this and paste it here, okay? And that's it for our create, okay? That's how easy it is, okay? So now let's check it. Let's run our app again, and let's create a new post, okay? So for the name we can call her Diane, and for the image we can paste an image, and if I hit on this save, we call this context insert. And look at that guys, look at that. This is how easy it is, okay? And this is coming directly from our database, okay? And that's it, that's how easy it is. Let's go ahead and create another one. For the name we can call her Alexia, and the URL we can paste another one, and look at that, we have another one, okay? So that's how easy it is, okay? Let's create a last one. And look at that, we have those create posts, okay? So now that we are done with the create, what we can do right now, we can do the update, okay? Because if we click on this small menu and we hit on this update, we are supposed to get another sheet where we can update the name maybe, or maybe update the image itself, okay? So let's do the update now. For our update sheet, what we want something similar to this create sheet, okay? Because we will need the name, the image, and also a toggle button, okay? So how can we do that? Let's come back here, and here we need a new sheet. So let's right click here, new file, and we will call it update post sheet, okay? So update post sheet. And since it's going to be similar to this one, what we can do, we can come here, copy everything, and paste it here. Okay, and now for the name we can simply copy this, paste it here, and remove this one. Okay, so perfect. Okay, what do we need inside this update post sheet? The first thing we need is the post, okay? Because when we update something, we want to get the post that should be updated, okay? So how can we get that? In order to get that, we want to bind this sheet to the selected sheet, okay? So we want to add something like bindable, and we will call it post, and the type will be of course a post, okay? And we can remove this one because here we don't want to create anything, okay? Can remove this. And for the name, now for the name, we will get the name from this post, okay? So here we copy the post, paste it here, and we get the name. And we can do the same thing for the image, paste this post, and we get the image. And one thing we'll also add is a toggle button. We want to be able to like or dislike a post, okay? So let's add a toggle button. Okay, so here we have a toggle button, okay? So the next thing we need to do here, instead of new post, we can say post, maybe simply post. And here we don't want to save, we want to update, okay? And here we don't need to create this anymore, we can remove it. And right now I think we are good to go, okay? Because the method to update is still this insert, okay? And of course we have this error for preview. Right now we can simply comment out this preview, okay? Okay, perfect. Now what we want to do, we want to link this to our sheet, okay? To our view. So we want to be able to, when we click on this button, when we click on this update, we want to be able to call that update sheet and then update whatever we have to update, okay? So how do we do that? First of all, we need a reference to the selected post, okay? The post that we want to update, okay? So let's come up here and we need a state private post to update. Now that we have this post to update, the next thing we want to do, we want to come back to this post view, okay, and we want to add this callback. So we want to get the update, so we can add this on update, okay, which will be a callback, and we want to link this to a button, okay, because remember we have this button inside our menu. So here, instead of this empty action, what we can do, we can simply call this on update. Okay, perfect. Now we have an error message on this content view. Why? Because now he's asking for this update, okay? So let us fix this. For this update, we want to link this to this post to update, okay? So here, we will simply say post to update, and we want to assign it to the selected post, okay? So the selected post is this one, so we copy this and we paste it here. And that's it for our update, okay? Let's check it. Let's run our app again. And we have two errors, okay? So the first one, missing argument for parameter on update on call. Okay, so this is for preview. Right now we can simply comment this, and we have a second one here, expected this. We are simply missing this on closing bracket, okay? So let's add a closing bracket. Okay, perfect. So let's run our app and test our update. Okay, so here I have this on Diane. Let us update this Diane. And nothing happened. And I just noticed that I forgot to link the sheet, okay, to our view. So let's come back to our content view. I'm sorry about that, guys. So here we want to call our update on post sheet, okay. So here after this sheet, what we can do, we can call another sheet. So with sheet, and this time we want to link it to this content, this update post. What's the name? Post to update, okay. So we can copy this, and we want to call this sheet whenever this post to update change, okay. Okay, so for the content, what we want is we want to get the selected post, okay, and we want to call our update post sheet, and we want to pass this post, okay. So now let's test it again and see if it will work. Okay, yeah, we click on this menu, update. Okay, it's calling a post. So for the name, let's change Diane to Diana and hit update. And look at that. Okay, now we can also update this on like button. If I click on update again and I like update, you can see that the post has been liked. Okay, so that's it for the update. Now the last thing we want to do is the delete. Okay, so let's do a delete, and the delete will be exactly the same that update. Okay, so you can even take it as a small exercise, so you can pause the video and try to do the update by yourself. Okay, okay, for delete, what we want to do, we want to go back to our post view. Okay, and we added this on update, and we want to also add on delete. Okay, so I can come here and copy this, and here I will simply change this to on delete. And now I want to call this on delete when we click on this button. Okay, so instead of this action, empty action, we can replace it with the on delete. Okay, and now we will have an error on this content view. Okay, because if we complain about this on delete, okay, we have this error missing argument. Let's fix it. And now for our on delete, what we want to do here is do something like context that delete. Okay, and then we pass the post to be deleted. So context that delete. But I noticed that I don't have this context on this content view. So I think we added the context only on the add post sheet. So let's come to this, and we need this context. Okay, so let's copy this and we come back on this content view. We want to add the same context. Okay, so now we can call this context that delete, and we want to pass our post. Okay, so normally this is supposed to work. We get an error here, and the error I think the error is because we didn't wrap this inside bracket. So let's do that, and let's see. Yeah, now the error went away. So let's test our delete. Okay, so let's run our app again. I'm excited, guys. And let's delete one post. Maybe let's delete this post. I'll click on this icon, delete, and look at that, everything is working fine. Okay, let me delete another one. I'll click here, delete, and everything is working perfectly. Okay, so that's it for this video. Take care, guys. Bye bye.